Have you ever found yourself waking up multiple times in the middle of the night, dragging your feet to the bathroom, only to feel completely drained the next day? If so, you're not alone. This common issue, known as nocturia, doesn't just steal your precious sleep, it robs you of the energy you need to power through your day. Picture this: a peaceful night, free from interruptions, where you wake up feeling refreshed and ready to take on the world. Sounds like a dream, right? What if I told you it's entirely possible? In this video, we'll explore 8 proven methods to manage and even reduce those nightly interruptions so you can reclaim the restful sleep you deserve. Stay with us until the end because our final tip isn't just helpful, it could be the game changer you've been waiting for. Let's get started on your journey to uninterrupted nights and energized mornings. Tip 1: limit fluids before bedtime. Imagine your bladder as a bustling office, processing tasks or fluids all day long. As the clock ticks toward bedtime, this office should prepare to close for the night. But if you continue drinking too much fluid into the evening, it's like assigning overtime work to an already exhausted team. It keeps the lights on, the workers busy, and the interruptions coming. Here's how you can help your bladder clock out on time. Plan your hydration strategically. Think of your daily hydration as a marathon, not a sprint. Focus on drinking water steadily throughout the morning and afternoon. By evening, shift to sipping small amounts only when needed. This ensures your bladder isn't overloaded as you approach bedtime. Spot and avoid the culprits. Certain drinks like coffee, tea, and alcohol are sneaky instigators. They act like overly enthusiastic coworkers, hyping up your bladder with their diuretic properties, increasing urine production, and keeping you up at night. If you enjoy a warm drink in the evening, try switching to herbal teas like chamomile, which can actually help relax your body instead of stimulating it. Address the underlying causes. For many, hormonal changes that reduce antidiuretic hormone, ADH, production play a big role. ADH works like your office's night security guard, reducing urine output while you sleep. With age or certain medical conditions, this hormone's effectiveness may wane. If nocturia persists despite limiting fluids, it might be time to check in with a healthcare provider to rule out or manage conditions like diabetes, prostate issues, or heart disease. Create a pre-sleep hydration ritual. Think of your pre-sleep routine as setting boundaries, not just for your mind, but for your body. About 2 to 3 hours before bed, consciously shift to night mode for your fluid intake. Sip water from a smaller glass to subtly signal that the day's heavy hydration is done. You can even set a reminder to stop drinking fluids, just as you might set an alarm to go to bed. Incorporate foods to stay hydrated without overloading. Sometimes we drink excessively in the evening out of habit or fear of dehydration. To prevent this, incorporate hydrating foods like watermelon, cucumbers, or soups earlier in the day. These foods naturally hydrate your body without overburdening your bladder at night. Managing your fluid intake before bed is more than just a physical habit. It's a way to honor your body's need for uninterrupted rest. Think of it like gently closing the curtains in your home, dimming the lights, and preparing for a peaceful night. By setting boundaries for your bladder, you're inviting both your body and mind to unwind, recharge, and wake up refreshed. With this strategy, you're not just reducing trips to the bathroom, you're reclaiming the deep, uninterrupted sleep you've been longing for. Tip 2: elevate your legs before bed. Gravity can be a tricky companion. After a long day of standing or sitting, fluids tend to pool in your legs like water collecting in a low valley. By bedtime, this trapped fluid doesn't just disappear. It takes a detour, re-entering your bloodstream when you lie down and rushing straight to your bladder, making your kidneys work overtime just as you're trying to relax. But here's the good news. The fix is surprisingly simple. Elevate your legs for an hour or two in the evening, ideally above heart level. Imagine propping them up like placing your feet on a pedestal, giving them a well-deserved break while gravity does the heavy lifting. This small change helps redirect fluid back into circulation during the day, reducing the burden on your bladder at night. For those dealing with conditions like chronic venous insufficiency, where veins struggle to return blood from the legs, or heart failure, where fluid management is crucial, this isn't just helpful, it's essential. And the benefits don't stop there. Elevating your legs can also ease swelling, soothe tired muscles, prevent nighttime leg cramps, and even lower your risk of deep vein thrombosis, DVT. To make this habit even more effective, try pairing it with compression stockings during the day. These help prevent fluid from pooling in the first place, making your evening routine even more effective. And don't just think of it as a chore. Use this time to unwind. Read a book, watch your favorite show, or practice mindfulness while resting your legs. Incorporating this into your nightly routine is like hitting a reset button for your body. Over time, not only will you notice fewer nighttime interruptions, but you'll likely feel lighter on your feet and more energized throughout the day. It's a simple, no-cost adjustment that pays off in better sleep and better health. One small change for a big reward. Tip 3. Try double voiding. Think of your bladder as a cup. Sometimes it feels empty, but there's still a little left at the bottom. This is where double voiding comes in. Before you head to bed, try this simple technique. Go to the bathroom, wait a few moments, and then go again. You'll be surprised at how much more your bladder can release on the second try. Why does this work? Often, the bladder doesn't empty completely in one go, leaving behind residual urine that can trigger another bathroom trip sooner than expected. Double voiding ensures you're starting the night with an empty tank, reducing those inconvenient interruptions. For older adults or those with conditions like benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH, or urinary tract infections, UTIs, this technique can be a game changer. It's a straightforward, no-cost habit that can lead to more peaceful nights and better bladder control over time. How to make double voiding more effective. To enhance the benefits of this technique, incorporate these small adjustments. Relaxation techniques. When using the bathroom, take a moment to completely relax your pelvic muscles. Stress or tension can prevent the bladder from fully emptying. Body positioning. Lean forward slightly and place your elbows on your knees. This position can naturally help your bladder empty more effectively. Timing matters. Don't rush the process. After your first void, stand up, take a few steps, or do a gentle stretch before sitting back down for the second try. This brief pause often helps trigger a fuller release. When to use double voiding. This method is especially helpful in the following situations. Before long periods of sleep, using double voiding as part of your bedtime routine ensures your bladder is as empty as possible before you sleep. During the day, if you notice frequent trips to the bathroom during daytime hours, incorporating this technique can help you develop better bladder habits overall. The long-term benefits. Beyond improving sleep, double voiding may help train your bladder to hold more urine over time, reducing the urge to go as often. It's a small change that can ripple into larger improvements in your daily life, offering more control and freedom from constant interruptions. By adopting double voiding as part of your nightly routine, you're giving your bladder a head start on restful, uninterrupted sleep. Think of it as hitting the reset button before the night begins. Tip 4. Adjust your diet. Your bladder is picky. Some foods and drinks irritate it, sending it into overdrive. Spicy dishes, acidic fruits like oranges and tomatoes, or even artificial sweeteners can act like unwelcome guests at a party, stirring up trouble and triggering nocturia. These irritants may seem harmless, but to your bladder, they're like tiny sparks that set off a cascade of discomfort. Instead, consider this: an anti-inflammatory diet rich in whole grains, lean proteins, and plenty of fruits and vegetables can be a soothing balm for your bladder. Think of it as creating a calming environment that encourages your bladder to relax and cooperate. Incorporate foods like berries, which are high in antioxidants, or omega-3 rich options like salmon and walnuts to support overall bladder health. Keep an eye on foods with high water content such as watermelon, celery, or cucumbers. While they're incredibly hydrating, consuming them close to bedtime can overload your system, leaving your bladder working overtime when it should be resting. Timing is everything. Enjoy these hydrating foods earlier in the day to maximize their benefits without disrupting your sleep. Try keeping a food diary to uncover patterns. It's like detective work for your bladder, helping you identify the culprits behind those sleepless nights. For example, you might find that a late-night soda or a chocolate dessert triggers an overactive bladder. Once you spot these trends, it's much easier to make adjustments. And don't overlook portion control. Overeating can place additional pressure on your bladder, especially if your meal is rich in bladder irritating ingredients. Aim for balanced meals in moderate portions to reduce the load on your system. With just a few mindful changes, you'll notice a significant difference, not just in your bathroom trips, but in your overall health, energy levels, and even your quality of sleep. Adjusting your diet isn't just about avoiding triggers. It's about nourishing your body in a way that promotes harmony and balance for better nights and brighter days. Sure. Tip 5, train your bladder. Bladder training is like teaching a toddler patience. It takes time, but the results are well worth it. The goal? Gradually stretch the time between bathroom visits during the day so your bladder learns to hold more and demand less. Think of your bladder as a muscle. It needs regular practice to strengthen and function optimally. Start small and build gradually. Begin by observing your current habits. How often do you typically visit the bathroom? If it's every hour, challenge yourself to wait an extra 10 minutes before your next trip. It might feel slightly uncomfortable at first, but that's a sign your bladder is learning. Over time, aim to stretch the intervals to 2 hours or more. To make it easier, try distracting yourself when the urge strikes early. Engage in an activity you enjoy, like reading, listening to music, or even practicing mindfulness. This technique helps train both your mind and bladder to delay gratification, making each step in the process smoother. Why it works. When you regularly empty your bladder at the first sign of urgency, you're teaching it to signal unnecessarily. Bladder training retrains your body to recognize genuine fullness, reducing false alarms and nighttime interruptions. Keep track of your progress. Logging your efforts can be incredibly motivating. Record the times you go, the intervals between visits, and any noticeable changes in urgency. Over a few weeks, you'll likely notice improvements, fewer interruptions, greater control, and longer stretches of uninterrupted sleep. Celebrate each milestone, no matter how small. Challenges and tips for success. Bladder training requires consistency and patience, and it's normal to face setbacks. If you experience discomfort, avoid pushing yourself too hard. Gradual progress is the key to long-term results. Drinking the right amount of fluids during the day also supports this training. Avoid both overhydrating and dehydrating, as either extreme can interfere with your progress. For those with underlying medical conditions, such as an overactive bladder or prostate issues, consulting a healthcare provider can provide additional strategies tailored to your needs. They may suggest combining bladder training with pelvic floor exercises or other treatments to enhance your results. Reap the rewards. Think of bladder training as a long-term investment in your well-being. With consistent effort, you'll not only minimize nighttime disruptions, but also enjoy better control and confidence during the day. Over time, this practice can lead to more restful nights, improved energy levels, and an enhanced quality of life. Tip 6. Check your medications. Some medications can be sneaky contributors to nocturia, particularly diuretics or drugs with diuretic effects. These medications, often prescribed for conditions like high blood pressure or heart failure, work by increasing urine production. While they're effective at managing these conditions, their side effects can leave you making frequent trips to the bathroom at night. If you suspect this is the case, don't hesitate to consult your doctor. A simple tweak, such as adjusting the timing of your medication to earlier in the day, can make a world of difference. For example, taking diuretics in the morning allows your body to process fluids during the day, giving your bladder a much-needed rest by nighttime. This isn't about stopping necessary medications, it's about working smarter with your routine. Imagine shifting the timing of a task to better suit your schedule. The same principle applies here. Your doctor may even recommend alternative medications or a lower dose to help minimize nocturia without compromising your treatment. It's not just diuretics either. Medications for anxiety, depression, or even corticosteroids can have similar effects. Reviewing your full medication list with a healthcare provider can uncover unexpected contributors to your nocturia. By making these adjustments, you're not just addressing the problem, you're fine-tuning your approach to better align with your lifestyle. Additionally, keeping a medication log can help you track patterns. Note the time you take each medication and its impact on your nighttime bathroom trips. This simple habit provides valuable insights for your doctor and empowers you to take control of the situation. Addressing medication related issues is like clearing a hidden obstacle on the path to restful nights. With a few thoughtful changes, you're taking another step toward peaceful, uninterrupted sleep. Not Tip 7, stay active during the day. Movement is medicine, not just for your body, but for your bladder too. Regular exercise helps improve circulation, reducing fluid buildup in your legs that might otherwise migrate to your bladder at night. Even a 30-minute walk can make a difference. For added benefits, incorporate pelvic floor exercises like Kegels to strengthen your bladder muscles. Think of these exercises as a workout for your urinary system, helping it stay in top form. And here's the bonus. Staying active also helps manage weight, which reduces pressure on your bladder. The more you move, the less your body has to work overtime at night. Tip 8. Establish a bedtime routine. Your body thrives on routine. It's like setting your internal clock to wake up and wind down at the same time each day. A consistent bedtime schedule can help regulate not only your sleep, but your bladder as well. Before bed, create a calming ritual. Turn off your screens an hour beforehand, as blue light disrupts melatonin production. Instead, try reading a book, practicing deep breathing, or taking a warm bath. Think of it as preparing your mind and body for rest, creating a sanctuary of relaxation. Stress and anxiety often amplify nocturia, so by reducing mental strain, you're also easing physical symptoms. Over time, this peaceful routine can lead to longer, uninterrupted nights and more energized mornings. Managing nocturia isn't about drastic changes. It's about small, thoughtful adjustments that add up to significant results. From managing fluids and diet to embracing new habits like leg elevation and bladder training, each tip brings you closer to the restful sleep you deserve. If symptoms persist, remember to consult a healthcare professional to explore tailored treatments. And if you're ready to dive deeper, check out our next video on the top medications for nocturia. It could be the final puzzle piece to transform your nights. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more health and wellness tips. Your journey to peaceful nights starts now.